The Griot Grimoires presents Forbidden Gifts, based on original stories by Conjure Queen. How could you do this to me, Ryan? After everything I did for you? Leona's voice cracked, thick with disbelief, rage, and heartbreak. Her body trembled as she watched Ryan walk into their apartment, not as the man she loved, but as a stranger. He didn't hesitate, didn't stop to explain. He moved with cold certainty, walking straight to the bedroom, grabbing an empty duffel bag from the closet.
This just isn't working out anymore,
He said. His voice was sharp, emotionless, like he had rehearsed them. Leona's breath hitched. That's it? You're gonna throw everything away just like that? Ryan exhaled sharply, avoiding her gaze as he unzipped the bag and started packing.
Look, I didn't want to do this tonight, but it's been over for a while. You know it, I know it.
Leona's vision blurred with tears. So you're really leaving me? Ryan zipped his bag and slung it over his shoulder.
Yeah, I found someone else.
The words sucked the air from her lungs. Her whole world tilted. Silence hung between them, thick and suffocating. And then, something inside her cracked. Her fingers curled around the closest thing within reach, a vase, sleek and heavy. She hurled it at him. It shattered against the wall, missing him by mere inches. Ryan froze, his jaw tightened. Slowly, he turned back, his eyes cold.
You're crazy.
His voice dripped with disgust.
This, us, we're done.
He walked past her, out the door. The door slammed shut. The sound echoed through the hollow space he left behind. Leona stood there, chest heaving, hands shaking. Then her knees buckled and she collapsed against the wall, sobbing uncontrollably. How did this happen? How did I get here? And then, like a whisper crawling its way through time, a flashback of her grandmother came to her mind. 1 year earlier, the air in her grandmother's apartment smelled of lavender and aged wood. Leona sat curled on the couch, scrolling through her phone, searching for the perfect anniversary gift. Their first year together. It had to be something special, something unforgettable. Across the room, her grandmother rocked in her chair, threading a needle through fabric with slow, careful movements. Give him something from the heart, her grandmother said, but never give your lover a watch, shoes, or anything sharp. Leona barely looked up. Why not? Her grandmother's eyes met hers, dark and knowing. Buy a man a watch, and he'll never have time for you. Buy him anything sharp, and it'll sever the bond. But most of all, never, ever buy him shoes. Leona looked intrigued. Shoes? Why not? Her grandmother looked directly at her seriously. He'll walk right out of your life, forever. Leona laughed hysterically. That's just superstition, Grandma. You believe that stuff? Her grandmother shook her head. Some lessons you only learn the hard way. Her grandmother sighed, returning to her stitching. Believe what you want, child, but the universe don't care nothing about what you believe. A few days later, Leona found it. The perfect gift, a sleek gold watch with a polished black face. She couldn't wait to give it to Ryan, the love of her life. That night, while laying in bed, Leona handed her gift to Ryan, eagerly waiting for him to unwrap it. Happy anniversary, she smiled from ear to ear.
Oh.
Ryan seemed surprised, as if he forgot what day it was. He slowly unwrapped the gift box, and a huge grin stretched across his face once he saw what was inside.
Nice. What I always wanted. Thanks, babe.
Leona looked as if she was waiting for her gift in return.
Sorry, I had a long day at work and completely forgot what day it was. I'll take you out tomorrow, okay?
Ryan leaned over, pulled her in close, and kissed her. For a moment, everything seemed perfect. Leona couldn't be more happy. She was lying next to the man of her dreams. She never wanted to wake up. And then, the weeks passed. Ryan's job kept him longer. Late nights turned into missed dinners, ignored texts, and empty promises. He was always checking the time, always rushing, always gone. Leona started to feel lonely, neglected, and ignored. She started to hate the sound of clocks. Desperate to fix the distance, she bought him a luxury shaving kit, something thoughtful. She noticed how busy Ryan was, that he didn't have time to go to the barber or groom himself like he used to do. So she thought it would make him feel better and take off some stress. Perhaps this might bring us closer, she thought. The next morning, he stood in the bathroom, running a hand over his freshly shaved jaw, admiring himself in the mirror.
Damn, I look good.
Ryan said to himself. He couldn't help himself. He started to think of his single days when he could pull any woman he wanted. But now he was tied to only one. He didn't like the thought of being trapped, especially when he used to have so many options. And just like that, something within him shifted. He started dressing sharper, going out more, laughing with his friends instead of her. His reflection, his image, became more important than the woman who had given it to him. Leona was tired of always being home alone. She stopped hanging out with her friends because she wanted to invest time into her relationship, but it seemed like she was the only one who was fully invested. She was sitting at home watching TV until she noticed an ad for these really nice shoes. The shoes were black leather, polished to perfection. Those are the shoes Ryan said he wanted. Maybe if I get these, he will appreciate me and spend more time with me like he used to, she thought. Leona didn't hesitate to order them. He's gonna love these, she gleamed. Then Christmas came. On Christmas morning, they sat by the Christmas tree and exchanged gifts. Leona handed him the box of shoes, eagerly waiting for him to open it and try them on. Ryan tried them on and looked at the mirror. It was like the shoes transformed him. He looked taller, stronger, and even had a different look in his eye. Leona didn't know why, but she felt a bad feeling in her stomach. Yes, Ryan liked the shoes, but maybe a little too much. Shortly after, he began to grow more distant and cold. Leona noticed he wore those same shoes to work and on nights out. He wore them when he left early and came home late. It was like he was changing from the man who was once loving and kind to a complete stranger. And then one night, he didn't come home at all. New Year's Eve. Leona sat curled on the couch, the weight of the past year pressing down on her. She had been calling and texting Ryan, but he never responded. Anxiety and wine became her best friends. Beside her, on the mantle, sat a photo of them together, once smiling, once happy. And next to it, a candle flickering weakly. The flame swayed in the stillness. Then suddenly, her phone buzzed. She jumped out of excitement, hoping that it was Ryan. She checked her phone and saw that it was him. The text read, "We need to talk. I'll be over there soon." Leona's nerves were shot. What could he want to talk about? She wondered. A few moments later, Ryan walked through the door, didn't greet her with a hug or a kiss like he usually do. He seemed emotionless and empty. He walked straight to the bedroom and began grabbing his duffel bag and started packing. Wait. What's going on? Where have you been? And why haven't you been answering my calls or texts, Ryan? Ryan ignored her and continued to pack his things. Are you leaving me? She stood in disbelief. Ryan barely looked at her.
Yeah.
Her chest clenched. Why? Ryan zipped his bag, adjusted his watch.
Leona, don't do this.
Do what, Ryan? Act like I don't love you? Act like I didn't build you? Her voice cracked. I gave you everything. His jaw tightened.
But did I ask you for that, Leona? No, I didn't. You did those things on your own.
His words cut deep like a knife. How could the man she thought she would share her life with speak to her like so? Something inside her cracked. Leona took a slow step forward, her voice low and venomous. You never loved me. You loved what I did for you. You loved the gifts, the ego boost, the reflection of yourself in my eyes. Out of rage, she grabbed the closest thing and threw it towards Ryan full force, barely missing him. The vase smashed into the door, shattering into thousands of pieces, just like her heart. Ryan looked shocked.
You're crazy.
He shouted and pointed at her. He slung the bag over his shoulder, snapped the watch onto his wrist, and tightened the laces of his black leather shoes.
We're done, Leona. Bye.
He left, slamming the door behind him. Fine, leave then. You'll never find another woman like me anywhere, Leona yelled, but Ryan was long gone. Leona slid down the wall, sobbing uncontrollably. Her gaze drifted to the mantle, to the photo of them when they were happy, and to the candle beside it. In that moment, Leona heard her grandmother's words echoing in her mind. Never buy a man a watch. He'll never have time for you. Never buy him anything sharp. It'll sever the bond. And most of all, never, ever buy him shoes, because he'll walk right out of your life forever. Everything came rushing back all at once, and Leona realized she made a grave mistake. I guess you were right, Grandma. I should have listened. Now she understood. Love isn't measured in gifts. It isn't something that you buy. It's something that you grow. And if you try to hold on to someone with things instead of love, all you're really doing is letting them go. The candle beside the photo flickered once more, and then, just like Ryan, it went out for good. Family, comment below. What would you do if you was Leona, if you was in her situation? Have you ever gave a lover any of these 3 forbidden gifts? And if so, let us know below if you had a similar situation or a different outcome. And also, since this is one of many of my creations, I want to get your feedback and your thoughts. Do you want me to create more of these, talking about indigenous spirituality, our superstitions and our cultures, putting them into stories and animating them? This is my new way of, I guess, keeping our culture alive. So this was fun to make. And like I said, this is my first time playing with it. I had a lot of fun doing this, but I'm always open to hearing your suggestions, or if there's any stories or tales you would like me to talk about or animate, drop it below. And thank you. Make sure you subscribe and like this if you stayed to the end and you enjoyed it. And yeah, share this with a friend. Sharing is caring. Let's get this word out there. Thank you.